Did you say you are planning on starting a business but you need an online presence? And did you just say you want to be a digital marketer but you just don't know what to do, how to go about it? Well, this class is designed for you. And welcome to the Scrolls of Digital Marketing. This class is designed to help individuals who are planning to start their business very soon, already business owners, whether big or small, and my digital marketers, aspiring digital marketers. Welcome. Please subscribe, like, and share to a friend that will find this helpful. Let's help and support our businesses. Let's delve straight into it, shall we? If you ask me what do I do for a living, I work as a digital marketer for the best study abroad consult here in Ghana, Astrolinks International, and you can check us out on all our social media platforms, and you actually see my face in most of the feeds. I can say that. But then if you have any question pertaining to study abroad, you can feel free to DM me personally or leave a comment and I'll be glad to answer your inquiry. At the end of this very class, the Scrolls of Digital Marketing, you would learn the basic knowledge about digital marketing, the types of digital marketing, and the guide, what is going to guide you at each stage when it comes to marketing. Let's start off with the definition of digital marketing. Digital marketing is extremely broad, really broad, but it's the practice of reaching out to millions of consumers online through a channel. A channel is very important, and after you've reached your consumers online, you need to convert or turn this consumer into a customer of a product or a service or the business you are marketing for. If you're a business owner and you want to do this, make sure that you are turning the consumer randomly online on TikTok, Facebook to be your customer in the end. That is the goal. Then we can actually conclude that digital marketing is similar to trying hard to get the attention of somebody in order to make them like you or to make them purchase a product or service from you. Now, the attention is the currency when it comes to digital marketing. We trade attention, that is our currency. We need the attention of the consumer in order for them to become our customers. I made mention of a channel. Before you can reach out to your target audience online, you need a channel, which is either through social media or email. And this brings us to the types or forms of digital marketing, which is the social media marketing and email marketing. But because of time, I will talk about the social media marketing. The social media marketing involves content. You are using content to market to your intended audience, which can be in an audio, a flyer, an image, a text, a video. That is what content is about, and you are going to use that to market to your audience, your targeted audience. In social media marketing, when you are about to use a content to market to an intended audience, kindly take note that you need to research about the very product you are creating the content on. You need to research about the services you are creating the content on. Business owners, you need to know the products, you need to know it very well, the services you are providing to your consumer. This is what social media marketing is about. The last thing that I would like to touch on is how to be guided at every stage when it comes to marketing. And we have something called the marketing funnel. The marketing funnel is a representation of how a customer will come into your DM and learn about the products probably he or she has seen somewhere on TikTok or Facebook, to getting their answers and now purchasing the products and eventually being your customer. That is a marketing funnel. And it is important to know that at the marketing funnel, not everybody that gets into your DM and asks you a question about a product will eventually end up buying or being your customer. Please have that in mind. Let's talk about the stages when it comes to the marketing funnel, and there are 4 stages of the marketing funnel. The very top is what we call the awareness stage. Now, as a marketer, all you need to do is make sure you let people, millions of people, know that a page or a product or a service or business exists through the content, be it a video, audio, anything. You need to do that. You need to let people know that there's a brand that sells a jewelry. There's a brand that's actually a brand that braids hair, boho braids, and all of that. You need to let billions of people know on social media. The second stage is what we call the consideration stage. Now, after, as a marketer, you have been putting the company or the products out there, and now it's in the minds of millions of users. Probably now the consumer online is now thinking of working or purchasing a product back from you by signing up, by calling you, by booking an appointment. Then you know that the customer is interested in purchasing your products. There's a process, it's happening. Now, the third stage is what we call the conversion stage. The conversion stage needs sales convincing. So after somebody randomly has seen your products and comes into your DM, please, I want to make some few inquiries. Please, what services do you provide? What's the price? This and that. Will it help me? Okay, you now need to convince the customer or the consumer to purchase your product. And when you successfully do that, you have gotten a conversion. You have converted the consumer to a client or a customer. That is what conversion is about in the marketing funnel. The very last thing that I will talk about, which is the last stage, the fourth stage of the marketing funnel, is the loyalty. Now, after the customer has purchased your product or service and is impressed and is happy with the service that has been provided or happy with the products, as it turned out, the outcome, that is where the customer would actually now recommend and share to friends and family and decide to come back to be a returning customer. But most businesses don't have returning customers, so that's where I'll leave it. And this is where I bring the class of schools of digital marketing to an end. In our next class, we'll be talking about the digital marketing strategies that you need to get started.